Hi, it's Barrie Evans here. Now, what cycle of life do you occupy? Now, your experiences through life will lead to you having focus on a particular trend, a particular sequence of events or series of things, and they may be positive, they may be negative. Now, if you have a series of positive things and those are what you focus on, then you have a positive cycle of life. Because you revolve around the things that are positive. If you, however, you've been bullied, or you've had somebody ridicule you or put you down constantly, and you feel under pressure, you feel as though somebody's on top of you, everything's on top of you, and then you start the self-doubt, then you more or less will have a negative cycle of life because your focus will be on the negatives. I'm not good enough. You know, the things that you feel, and you may have a fantastic idea for a product in work or to improve productivity or to improve something, and your idea may be really radical, and you have proved by tests that you've done yourself that it works. You just need to expand it out. But because you don't believe you're going to be heard, you don't say anything. And you may hate your job even though you've got this great idea. But you don't say anything. You're happy with doing what you're doing. Or are you? Are you truly happy with doing what you're doing? But because you are so full of self-doubt and so full of the belief that people won't listen to you, you don't listen to them. You don't hear what they want for you. You don't hear them saying to you that they want you to be happy and doing what you're doing to be happy. Then you don't listen to them. You don't hear what they say. And then you don't speak because you believe that what they're saying and what they're saying to make you happy, or they believe they're making you happy, is what they want. So you need to speak up and make a difference to you and say, well, I'm not happy doing what I'm doing. And try to focus on the positive things in your life, because as many negatives that there have been, there are positives. Yes, I know some of these things like bullying and you know, the attacks on your personal welfare and your self-belief are quite major things to get over when you think of it on that way. But you can do it. It's just changing your focus, focusing on the things that made you happy, the things that people said to you when they praised you for something, and that they brought you out of where you thought you were in a really bad place and said, God, what you just did was fantastic. How did you feel then? Now, a child, when they're jumping, wants to jump higher. They want to reach further. They want to run faster. You don't have a child come up to you and say, oh, well, what's your ambition? I want to be depressed and feeling miserable the rest of my life. A child won't say that to you. They'll say, I want to be a policeman. I want to be a fireman. They see something exciting and they get really excited about it. So where do things change? Why do we change? Why do we start to focus on negatives? Because negatives are very strong. Positives are stronger. But when you focus on negatives, the negativity will take over, because you allow it to. And that is a message that I believe needs to be passed on. You may have suffered bad things. You may feel as though your life is rubbish. Your life may seem that way because you believe it to be. When you focus on the good things that you've had, make a list of all the good things that you had and make sure you think about them. Don't just think about the bad and say, well, oh, when I was such and such an age, I went to this place and it was fantastic, and we all went as a family, we're all in, you know, and think about the things that people have said to you. Have you had a promotion in your work and people have shook your hand and patted you on the back and said, oh, I know, that's great, you've done fantastically well. What did that make you feel like? A lot better than feeling so bad. Now, a lot of this inspiration for this video came from Brendan Burchard's book, Life's Golden Ticket. And it's basically a story based around a cycle of negativity and changing that cycle of negativity to positive things. and being able to change. And it's a fantastic message, and it is a great story. I couldn't put the book down. When I started to read it, I had to read it all the way through. So I've put a link to the book below the video. I hope it will help you, as it's helped me, to see even more into this subject. And I hope to see you all again very soon. My name's Barrie Evans. Bye for now.